know, dear, I used to be a real Mother Superior. Oh, sure. What else would you expect from the devil's daughter, as my mother so fondly called me during her daily diurnal beatings? I loved school because I managed to stay bruise-free for 8 hours a day. Summers were hard, as you can imagine. The nuns were right over at the Abbey in Louisville. I swear it was the only quiet place you could set yourself down in at the time, in this despicable, debaucherous town. They managed to lure me with the sweet siren sounds of hymns that I never heard in our little church. As it happened, I pleasured many a town official and got myself quite a reputation, I can tell you. So after 2 horrible abortions administered on the sly by Dr. Albright, his was one of the poor babes, don't you know, I packed my things for a try at pleasing the Lord instead. I'd had enough with my broken 19-year-old body. And I stayed there for 30 years. They never saw such a novice rise to stardom in the Monsignor's eyes. Oh yes, and I was good child. I had been administering some whippings of my own, but now I could delegate that little task to Roger, our handyman. He had such a knack for striking a novice on the backside, with a sweetness and a severity that was remarkable. Some of those gals would do something so transparently stupid, you knew they were just hankering for a dose of Roger's enlightening flagellations. Roger and I got to be quite wickedly acquainted. After a while, I just couldn't resist his attempts to snatch some bits of passion from me after morning prayers. Everyone knew it. They just didn't want so quick a change of guard, considering I was the Monsignor's favorite. After a while, it just wasn't worth hiding anymore. When the council came to their decision, Roger and I, heaven knows, had bags packed and train tickets to Chicago. New life, big city, new life. Roger had some important, albeit quite nasty, contacts in the garment business there. And sure enough, I was back on my back with his cohorts just to get a free month's rent over that shabby little laundrette. I had it with this business deal with my newly acquired shyster boyfriend. So one night I just hit him over the head with an antique lamp while he was playing poker in our living room. The boys at the table loved it, just cheered me on in a drunken din of bedevilment. He died instantly. I was back on my way to Louisville with a few coins and the same knack for pleasing men. The doors of the Angel's Den were wide open for me. They had quite a few openings and some larger, nicer rooms to choose from since the clap was in epidemic proportions at the time. I never came down with it. Luck was on my side in that respect. The madam at the time was named Cherry Bomb because of her striking strawberry hair just bursting from her brainy head. Now she was a master mistress. She showed me the ropes of how to turn profit in this establishment, not just break even as brothels usually do. Clap got her bad. But she chose me as her successor. I am still here, still pleasing, and they still call me Mother Superior. I embrace and adore the irony. I live for it. Which is why you had to sit here and listen to me wax on. But I can see in your eyes, in your confused and troubled eyes, that you need to please. Oh, yes. We at the Angel's Den are all fallen angels. And I know that somewhere, someplace, someone called you a devil's daughter. And you knew your place. Welcome, child. Well, come on. The men are waiting.